Hey guys, welcome back to my channel today. Today we're doing our beautiful November favorites, and I'm so excited to show you guys the products that I have loved this month, but I figured I would share my absolute favorite of all, which is my beautiful dog Harvey, just for a quick little hello to start off the video. Today is also the start of the 12 days of giveaways, and I have tagged this series 12 Days of Jena's Faves. This is a video idea I had for the end of this year because basically I wanted to do 12 consecutive videos in a row from December 1st onto the 12th, and also give you guys an opportunity for some extra holiday cheer and a chance to win an amazing prize. And today's video for the prize is amazing. But let's start off with my November beauty favorites. The first product that I have loved for November is the Natasha Denona Glam Face Palettes. You guys can see they're so ultra reflective when it comes to packaging style, and I really like what she did here. She basically created a face and eyeshadow combination product, basically to take on the go so you don't have to carry all sorts of products with you in one shot. So this is the light version of this palette. She's also created a dark version, which I appreciate as well, because it does expand the amount of people that can get a lot of use out of these palettes. So this first one is the 5 eyeshadows in the light version, as well as the cream blush and the highlight. Now the cream blush is actually more of a softer blush. It's one that I do pack on with a sponge because a sponge can pick up a little bit more pigment at one time and diffuse it on the cheek as well. And I do actually use my Beauty Blender sponge with this, and I place it on the apple of the cheek, as well as making sure that sponge is damp first, right? To get a little bit of that moisture on the sponge. Now this is an interesting highlight. It's actually super gorgeous. Now it is very, very shiny and smooth. You can see here how absolutely stunning it is, but it does have a slight undertone of a rose color, I would say, like a pale pink rose. Very, very soft on the skin, and it can pack a punch really, really quickly. Now, talking about the eyeshadows do pack a punch, I would say, but there are 2 different types of shadows in here that I feel like is a little bit of a more unique formula from her. Now, Natasha does have a ton of formulations and she does them really well, and she also likes to experiment. So sometimes I feel like I have really good results from her experimentation formulas, and sometimes they don't work out. But this is one that does. So this is the inner corner shade and the outer corner shade. She does have this palette kind of dressed up for you, so you don't have to think about putting a look together, but I actually just use whatever I want, wherever I want. So you don't have to use this for the inner corner, but you absolutely can. This is a very interesting shimmer formula. It has a lot of smoothness to it, but it's also on the flaky side. That is something that I've noticed from these 2 shimmers in particular. You can see they pack a really beautiful punch, but there is a little bit of kick up because of how lightweight that is, but it also has some flaky qualities, so expect a little bit of fallout on the eye. Overall, I really think she did a great job with this. I really love that there's a lot of different colors to build up a look in this palette. It's not just like 3 colors. There's 2 different shimmers. There's quite a few matte options. And I've actually went all over the lid with one of these, or you can do, it says transition or crease, so you can use that for those places on your look as well. And then this is a smoke shade. It's the deepest matte in here, and it's absolutely perfect. So getting a highlight and a blush and an eye look in one palette, this is a great option. I feel like Natasha Denona killed this one. Now, when it comes to the dark version, I don't typically use the dark version as much, just given that my skin is a little bit on the fair side. But I do think this is a lovely one too. I have used the eye look before for more of a deep, smoky, like deeper brown overall look. So I can absolutely do that, but it is on the deeper side for me. So I do love this too, but the exact same formulations repeated in the dark version, but deeper shades. I want to talk about this, and I'm going to shake it up for you first. This is the Iconic London setting spray. This is a setting spray I tried recently in a video where I did a full face of new makeup, and this is one that absolutely scared me at first. I looked at it like, heck no, this is gonna spray glitter all over my face. And that's what I thought, right? I mean, look how cool it is. It does look like a liquid highlight though. Right away, I was like, this is gonna be way too much sparkle, but this is so pretty. I don't know what they do. I have no idea. I'm not sure. You definitely have to shake it. Make sure that you do because it does settle. Like when it's kind of sitting there on your counter for a while, all of the shimmer will fall to the ground or to the to the bottom of the bottle. So shaking is a must. So that is something you need to do. Now, it does say that you spray it for a glow. You spray around 12 inches or so away from your face with your eyes closed. Apply this soothing mist before you moisturize and use to finish makeup. Now, I don't do a mist like this and then moisturize. I'm wondering if they're talking about skincare or maybe just to prep the skin. I do this as a finisher for sure, just because I feel like if I do this beforehand, I tend to set at the end with a glowy product, and it could be too much if I start and finish with it. So this is an absolutely amazing setting spray if you want a glow. Do not be intimidated by the shimmer. I do go light-handed though, because I do think there is a bit of an upper limit there. If you spray a few times and spray some layers, of course you're gonna look a little bit more glowy than potentially what you're after, but one layer is perfect. I have a couple Tarte favorites from this month. Basically, a palette that I've pulled out when I just want to look put together, but nothing too glamorous, nothing too crazy over the top. And this is sort of nostalgic for me because I used to really wear Tarte palettes all the time. It was one of my favorite brands and still is, but this is their new palette they came out with. It is Tartelette Full Bloom, and this is a massive, massive palette. They haven't changed the formula when it comes to consistency, and I really loved that because it is one I can depend on. This is one that's basically the expansion of the Tartelette in Bloom palette, which is one of their best sellers, if not their best-selling palette of all time. And I actually know that Sephora, when it comes to their best sellers, the Tartelette in Bloom palette has been an all-time bestseller for years. So this is the expansion of the bestseller, and I think it's actually smart that they did that. This kind of pink ensemble sort of pulls elements from the Juicy palette from Tarte a little bit. So if you have In Bloom and you have Juicy, they're not the same by any means, but they do have very similar vibes. So that's going to be up to you, but I do think if you own both of those palettes, you may not necessarily need to pick up this one because there's not a ton of difference between them. But if you are someone that all you use is shades like this and you love this palette and you're interested to see if it's actually good quality, it really is. I've been obsessed with it this month. So you can get that palette at Sephora. You can also get it at Tarte's website. And this is part of the collection that I love. It is the Bloom Blush from Tarte. This is so, so pretty. If you love the Amazonian Clay blush formula, this is also maintained in this pan. And I love the packaging of this. I think it's so cute. But this is a really gorgeous, soft coral blush. It's absolutely stunning. I love it. I feel like it's got great blendability and it has the potential to be built up about to a medium opacity or to keep it on the softer side. So you can see that this is probably a blush that you would more so think of spring vibes for or summer vibes. It's just like really happy and summery to me, but I love blushes like this because I wear them all the time despite despite any of that. I'm going to actually apply a little bit more because I absolutely love this one, but this is an absolutely gorgeous blush. You can see how so stunning that is. I'm going to do it on the other side too because, you know, we don't want an uneven look here, but I love this blush. Wow, it's so, so pretty. And this brush does a great job of applying it from BK Beauty. This is the 107 brush from them. And look how beautiful, like, oh, it's pretty. I love it. I absolutely love it. Unlike the palette, I haven't seen this at Sephora yet. This is, I believe, a Tarte exclusive blush right now. I want to talk about a lip formula that I just tried in the last few months or so. This is the Lip Chic from Chantecaille, and I picked up the Honeysuckle shade. This is really beautiful because it's a creamy lip product that doesn't do a ton of moving. I love creamy lip products, but ever since I got my Invisalign, I have to be a bit careful because they can transfer onto the trays a little bit. If you get lipstick on your trays, it's really a pain in the butt because you're trying to like scrub it off, especially if it's a long lasting lipstick. Oh man, it's so hard to remove. This is one that has that creaminess, has medium opacity as well, and a really gorgeous shine, but it doesn't move like other creamy lipsticks that I'm used to. So I love that. The shade I picked up, like I said, is Honeysuckle. I'm not sure if it's a limited edition shade from Chantecaille's summer collection, but I picked this up from Beautylish a little while ago. Where have you been all my life? I love it. I love the packaging. I love how luxe it is. I love the angle of the products. You can get into the Cupid's bow really, really easily. And I just love how for a lip shine or lip gloss balm type hybrid product, the longevity is pretty decent. This one is also non-sticky. I don't know, I just really love these, and I know they've been around for a while, so I'm like really late to the game with the Chantecaille lip cheeks, but I love them. I have to talk about these lipsticks that I received in PR from BK Beauty. Now, these are gorgeous. These are her Luxe lipsticks, and they are so pretty. I can't believe the luxury feeling of the packaging. It's so heavy. It feels so beautiful, so luxe. And the shades I've been obsessed with are Acceptance, which is this one here. So beautiful. She actually has a gorgeous array of everyday like pinky nude colors. So gorgeous. I love the like gold, rose gold kind of trim here with the lipstick. It's stunning. This is a creamy lipstick that does settle down. It's really cool. They sort of dry down and settle to, I wouldn't even call it a semi-matte, but sort of. It's not quite a matte, but it settles down beautifully and just doesn't move a ton after you set it. I just love them. Like the fact that this has a creamy, gorgeous smoothing application and then applies down to like kind of like a little bit of a matte. I love it. I really, really do. And I think that this is also perfect for those of us wearing masks. It is going to transfer slightly still because it's not a stain, but it's one of the least transferring lip products I have used under a mask. So I really am impressed with them as well. And the deeper shade in the line is called Passion. It's still like a pinky color. It's not like super deep like a red or anything, but it's so pretty too. And that's also one I've been loving just for like a deeper look, you know? And deeper for me is not that risky. It's like a little bit deeper pink and I'm like, whoa, vampy, you know? It's not like crazy risky or bold, but this is so, so gorgeous as well. Speaking of, now is the time to transition into day one of the 12 days of Jena's faves. I'm so excited. This is a brand that I love and I've supported for some time, and they have also been really kind to me. So this prize is featuring BK Beauty products. Now, BK Beauty was super kind to send over one of their brush sets for one of you guys to win. And this is the pristine, beautiful, untouched set of the Precision Brush Set from BK Beauty. It's so beautiful. I am not going to open it. I don't think that's right. But I do have every single brush in this set that I'm going to be sharing with you so you guys can get super excited because this is a lovely brush set for those of us that love makeup, which I think you're in the right place. I love makeup too. This is the blush brush. This is number 107, and this is the first brush in this precision brush set from BK Beauty. And just so you guys know, BK Beauty is 100% cruelty-free. They do have vegan fibers in their brush hairs, and they are synthetic brushes. The brand prides themselves on having more consistent fibers, less breakage within the brush hairs. They feel very luxurious, have an amazing performance to them, and they have amazing color payoff. These brushes pick up pigment very, very fast. I don't feel like it's one that I have to struggle with, like continuing to dip into my pans. This is an amazing blush brush. So with this Bloom blush from Tarte, you can see how it applied the gorgeous soft coral shade, very diffused, very natural. You can build it up from there, but I love how this is a really fluffy brush for the blush application. It fits perfectly in the apple of the cheek here, and you can apply upward from there. I love it. It is definitely one of my favorite brushes, and it is included in this set. The next brush is actually one of those multi-purpose brushes from BK Beauty. It is the 108. It's perfect for highlight. It's perfect for setting the under eye. It's perfect for contouring like smaller areas like your nose or the high points of the face. This is a beautiful one too. And this one has a little bit of a tapered, almost like starting to go a little bit narrowed to the center. So this is also the second brush. And this is also one I find extremely useful in my routine. Now, the last three in the set are all eye brushes. Super exciting. You guys can tell, like, I didn't even wash these. I've been using them so much that I forgot to wash them before the video, so oops. The first one is the 206. This is the brush that Lisa J, who owns BK Beauty, talks about being the one and done eyeshadow brush, and I would 100% agree. It's one where you can do packing, you can blend outward, you can do a defined crease if you would like. It's perfect. If you had like one brush to bring on a trip for eyeshadow, this would be the one to do it because it's so versatile. It's a little bit on the flatter side, so it's not super like fluffy, but it also has a little bit of a fluffiness on the edge. So you can just kind of fluff out and blend out the outer edge there with the beautiful fluffy end of this brush. So I really love this one as well. And the next one in the set is the 207. This is a pencil smudger type brush. It's really perfect for smoking out. So I love that it's so small. If you guys can tell, I have some hooded eyes. And when it comes to smoking out on the deepest part of the look, I like to place the shadow with a small brush head like this. It's very important. And this one does a great job of packing that pigment, but keeping it nice and easy to blend out. I love it. It's great. I honestly feel like this brush doesn't pick up too much or pick up too little. It's like the perfect amount to really get in there and smoke out. You can also bring it down to the lower lid if you would like. So I love this one too. I think it's awesome. And the last one is for winged liner. I will be honest, this is one I have used the least out of the whole set because I typically use a liquid liner, so I have a pencil applicator within the product. But this is one that I have been trying to do. I've been practicing and I feel very impressed with myself because I am getting better at a little baby wing with a brush. I'm not like as confident yet to film with one because I'm like, it's not quite perfect yet, but this is the amazing brush that I've been learning how to do this with. You can see how gorgeously thin it is and super tiny for that detailed work. It has that gorgeous angle so you can just do a baby wing effortlessly. It's so, so beautiful. So this is the last brush in the Precision set. So one lucky winner will be receiving this set, as well as 2 liners. Now, the 2 liners that are going to be in this prize are in Pink Lady, and they're also in Alter Ego. Both of these are from BK Beauty as well, and I'm going to talk about my love for these. I don't always wear lip liners. I feel like sometimes it's a step that I don't want to do. I'm too lazy sometimes. No, don't want to do it, don't want to be bothered. And I think it's because a lot of my experience with lip liners comes from those really drying, like sharp pencils that I'm like putting on my lips and I'm like, ow, 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 as I'm tracing over them, right? This is a really lovely formula. This is the Everlast lip liner from BK Beauty. I absolutely love these. They do have a really beautiful creaminess to them because they have shea butter in them, and it helps apply the lip liner perfect. I don't feel like it's a drag to do, and it's also not dragging my skin. Does that make sense? You can see they do have quite a decent angle to also get that Cupid's bow area. There are very few lip liner formulations that I love. This is gotta be in the top 3. It's one of my favorites, and she also has a really beautiful nudie pink with a little bit of warmth, a little bit of depth to a lot of these lip liner shades as well. This prize pack is worth $174 US or 217 Canadian dollars. The official business on how to enter. This is going to be the same for every single giveaway in the next 12 days as well. You must be subscribed to my channel. It is a must. Number 2 is to leave a comment with either an Instagram handle or an email address where I can get a hold of you. Very important. I know some of you guys don't have Instagram, some of you guys do. Instagram is a bit easier because it's just a quick little DM, but email is just as easy for me. So whichever one you have, you can put in the comment. Leave a comment of your favorite beauty favorite from this month so I can keep track of that as well because I'm super curious what you guys have been loving. All of these giveaways will be international. So on Wednesday, December 15th is when I'll be drawing all of the winners from all of the prizes, and then I will be sending them out right away so they can hopefully get to you guys in time for Christmas or shortly after, depending on where you live. Day 1 of 12 days of Jena's Faves is here. Santa Jena is here. I feel like that is so random. I don't even know if that's gonna stick with me, Santa Jena. But these are brushes that I absolutely love, and lip liners I'm obsessed with, and this is going to be a great prize for someone. So don't forget to enter the giveaway. Don't forget to tune in for day 2 and beyond on my channel for the rest of the prizes. And until my next one, guys, take care and stay safe. Bye, guys.